Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Voice of the Gods, Voice of the Devils. That's the title of today's July 25th reflection. This one was inspired by a short quote from Louis Theobald and the play Double Falsehood, or The Distressed Lovers. Now, this is a very interesting backstory, so I'm going to read you the quick blurb from Wikipedia regarding this play and its origin, or the speculation of its origin. This is a 1727 play by the English writer and playwright Louis Theobald, although the authorship has been contested ever since the play was first published, with some scholars considering that it may have been written by John Fletcher and William Shakespeare. Some authors believe that it may be an adaptation of a lost play by Shakespeare and Fletcher known as Cardenio. Theobald himself claimed his version was based on 3 manuscripts of an unnamed lost play by Shakespeare. I think that is super cool, and the idea of these lost plays by Shakespeare perhaps being found, being adapted, and the mystery around them. I just find it all very interesting and intriguing. All right, here is today's quote. The voice of parents is the voice of gods, for to their children they are heaven's lieutenants. And here is my reflection. It can be said that the cycle of good and evil has perpetuated since the dawn of humanity, metaphorically beginning with the sin of Adam and Eve and their eating of the forbidden fruit, followed by the first murder, Cain killing his brother Abel out of sheer jealousy. No matter your level of belief in these biblical stories, they carry a generational truth to them. The sins of our parents will be passed down to us. That is, if we let them. As a child, we almost don't have a choice when it comes to believing what our parents impart to us, or that they speak with a sort of godly righteousness. And why wouldn't we believe them? They are our creators after all. So it makes sense that they would carry with them the voice of the gods. Now, while some parents might speak with that voice and impart the wisdom and benevolence of the gods, let's not forget that the cycle is not just that of good, but also of evil. And since humans are flawed, and some are fated or choose to carry out evil deeds, they will impart not some holy wisdom and righteousness, but instead a kind of profane ignorance and malevolence. And even if that is the case for some poor child being raised in such an environment, and the sad truth is that this happens, it does not mean that the child must or will carry that dark torch forward into the future. They can escape it by a will of their own, and with the help of others. So as a parent or model figure in a child's life, you must remember and be wary of the sheer power your voice carries. What you do and say will carry a great weight in the cycle. So make the choice. What will you pass down to the future generations? Because your words, your voice, the voice of the gods, can quickly become the voice of devils. And there ends today's reflection. I think that one is a good companion piece to July 19th's, which was inspired by a quote from James Baldwin. That one said, "Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate them. They have no other models." So to put a point on it, if you are in that position to influence the younger generations, be very careful, be very thoughtful of what you're doing, what you're saying. You have more influence and power than you might think. There are too many voices of the devils, to use the term we're using metaphorically today, out there already. So best not to contribute to that any further, right? Okay, here is your reflection question. Do I understand the power of my voice and actions? What will I choose to impart to be carried on to future generations? That's it for today, July 25th. I'll be back tomorrow, July 26th, with another reflection. Have a good one and take care.